G'day everyone, it's Curtis here. Today I'm taking out the all new TF250E and Triumph are kind of spruiking it as a hard enduro bike. It's got all the fruit and looks mint, so let's take it for a ride, tackle some tough, snotty single track and see if it can replace your 300 two-stroke.
Now we're starting on quite a steep, slippery hill climb. Nice. Ooh, that was tight. Geez, it's rowdy. It's really rowdy. Let's get stuck in. First trail. No warming up here. So, a lot of people have been asking me, can you replace a 250 two-stroke with this? I don't know. Let's find out. I want to see how it lugs. Great start for that. Up over that. Man, no issues there. No issues. Let's see. Up we go. There we go, there we go. I started in third, I thought I was in second. No handguards, something I would definitely change. Nice fueling. That was a complaint I had in the 450. Woo! Suspension feels good, feels light. Good start. This is going to be a good test. My GoPro fell off, so I had to stop and get it. Now we're starting on quite a steep, slippery hill climb. I'm a standstill. Man, that's pretty easy. Yeah, this thing's a bit of a tractor. That's the initial thoughts. Oh, f*** off tree. Let's wind it out a bit. You gotta rev it a bit more, but it goes right. Yeah, you can really rev it out. Oh, rocking the chest. Oh, 450. His tyres, maybe a bit too much pressure. The front's a bit skatey. I found that on the 450 as well. Woo, what a track. Suspension is so good. Light feeling bike. Like getting it on and off the trailer. Super light as well. Same when you're riding it. A bit rough, but we got there. Nice. How good.
Initial thoughts on a 250 were great. It felt completely natural straight away and the boys weren't hanging about, taking me through single track that hadn't been ridden in a long time. The seat to bar to peg ratio is fantastic and honestly, I was impressed. An idiot me is riding with a broken rib.
Second gear, come on baby. Nice. Here we go. Steep ruts. Go into that rust to test the clearance. Yeah, nice. Probably the wrong way to go, but that's alright. Brakes are really good to modulate. Here goes John, the alternate line. Probably the easy line, to be honest. Woo, 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 woo. Very nice. Big drop off. Oh! Front's gonna drop again. Let the rear slide in. Nice. How good is this? Such a good test. And just great riding altogether. Yeah, she lugs. Look at that. No flame mounts. So Troy said they're running a heavier crank compared to the MX bike. And I think it definitely is noticeable. I've also got a broken rib, which doesn't help. I've dosed up on drugs and it's pretty good now. Well, it's not good, I feel weak and it's stabbing. John's on the 450 and just said, man, it has a great ability to lug, and this 250 is the same. So for someone who's like thinking, hey, can I have this instead of a 2-stroke, you probably could. Ooh, that was tight. Look at that. This thing's a machine. I'm no fucking Graham Jarvis either. Nowhere near. I'm your average trail punter who gets along okay. With a busted rib. Felt that one, everyone. No, he's talking about it, Mountie by choice. That's when you got bikes for a finite period of time, you just got to ride them. Whoops, that was completely my fault. Here we go, 450. John's actually running it in the softer map because he found the initial map a bit snappy. So easy. The fueling on this is really good. It's really good. Oh, you're kidding me. Did you see that? Everyone saw that. Everyone saw that vine. Oh, these handguards. Starting to hustle now. It's all tight and technical. Quick shifter. That's steep. Only one way to do it though, eh? Oh, a bad start. Hit a rock or something. Woo! Man, this is flattering me, this bike. It really is. Chugging. Hovering that clutch. Down a bit. See, it just keeps going. Man, I'm liking this. I'm rusty as a broken rib, and we are getting it done. Loving it. I like this bike, guys. This is a good one. Gee, that suspension is so good. So good.
Once we got to some more open trails, I realized the 250 rips. This is me in front on the 250 and my mate John behind on the 450. And it's interesting to note, I have traction control on here. I thought I'd try it out as a test and it works great.
That was sick. Whoa! That wasn't sick. I was in two minds. Should I go around it and over it? Lug it up, lug it up, lug it up. Up we go. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
All right, first ride done on the TF250. We gave it a really good run today. There was some tight stuff, which is where we really wanted to try it. I suppose it was typical enduro boat riding for these areas at Mount Me here, Glass House and stuff like that. Tight single track, some snotty stuff, some little hill climbs, a lot of descents, tight switchbacks, and then some more open flow stuff. Absolutely love the bike. I think it's fantastic. I was able to nitpick the 450 because of the fueling. The fueling was great, the bike felt great, the balance of it was fantastic. Weight-wise, didn't notice much of a difference. Both feel super light to me. This feels like a nice light bike. The lugging ability on it is absolutely fantastic. I mean, I had like one flame out, probably my fault, I don't know, like one flame out on the whole ride. A couple of times I stalled it, like definitely stalled a few times. That happens, you know, on steep, slow hills, trying to modulate the clutch, you know, hit a tree root and stuff, you just stall everything and a bit of wheel spin. But yeah, if I was to just have one dirt bike in the garage and an adventure bike, I'd be very happy with the 250. Now people ask me, would you prefer this over like a 250 or 300 two-stroke? I'd have to ride them both back to back or on the same ride. But as I mentioned, I'd be extremely happy if this was my only enduro bike in the garage and then I had my adventure bike for longer haul riding and just use this for stuff like we did today. It absolutely rips too, like you don't need a faster bike than this, not in the tight stuff. It revs out really hard, it lugs, it's torquey, its fueling is good, traction control is actually really good. Do you need it? No, you don't need it at all, but if you're comfortable using that kind of thing, it's fine. Then you got the engine maps as well. If you want to dial it down, it's rainy and snotty, you can turn that on as well. I just left it in the fast map for most of the day, but I really liked it. We did have a really big issue at the start of the day. There's a split in the fuel tank. We had to take the fuel tank off, which is really easy. A couple of fiddly little bolts here and there, especially at the front on the tank. It's got torque bolts everywhere, which is completely fine. Just have a torque bolt kit, Allen key set, that's absolutely fine. But it'd be good if they didn't have rounds everywhere, maybe if they were like 8mm and a torque kit. So we got all that off. There's a split in the fuel tank. It's in a service tank, so you can't really blame Triumph, but it's definitely worth mentioning. Fuel was pissing everywhere. I filled it up and was like far out. So what we ended up doing is draining a bit of fuel out into some Gatorade bottles. I owe Dennis some Gatorades. And below where the split was, it's right in the join where the hole goes down the middle. Not great, but we're able to get around it today, and you know, that'd be a warranty issue, but definitely worth mentioning. All right, I'm gonna go home, have a cold drink, probably a few beverages. We'll keep testing and riding the bike, and then I'll do my review on it at the end, but I really like this bike. It's a lot of fun.